The new podcast, In the Shadow of Princeton, starts as the matriarch of a prominent Princeton family is found stabbed to death in her locked basement. Investigators look from a serial attacker to her family to Princeton University students. One hot-blooded investigator sees a conspiracy. Is he way off base, or does privilege let you get away with murder? In the Shadow of Princeton is available wherever you get podcasts, or you can binge it ad-free by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify.
Welcome back and happy Monday, everybody. It's October 21st, 2024. Today is National Reptile Awareness Day for all the cold-blooded members of the audience. Let's talk about early voting, reckless discharge, and a longtime news anchor's passing. I'm Mike Morgan, and we're down in Alabama. We've been hearing all about Georgia's record-breaking surge of early voters, some heading to the polls weeks before the November 5th election day. Now, across another state line, voters in some Florida precincts begin voting today. Now, that remains a foreign concept in Alabama, and AL.com's John Sharp reports that key players in the state would like things to stay as they are. Alabama is now one of only 3 states in the nation that don't have early voting. Mississippi and New Hampshire are the other 2. Now, last week, Alabama's top election official, Secretary of State Wes Allen, reinforced his position on the issue. Quote, "Since before I was elected as Secretary of State, I have been clear that I believe in Election Day, not election month." Some Democrats in recent years have sponsored bills that would introduce early voting, but such a measure would need GOP support in Alabama's Republican-controlled legislature. Republican State Party Chair John Wall said that Alabama doesn't need early voting for the reasons that other states do. He said the state is able to count all its votes on Election Day, and that absentee voting takes care of voters who can't make it to their polling place on the big day. And he sounds a lot like Wes Allen here. Quote, "Whenever possible, we should have Election Day, not election month." Especially around fireworks holidays such as the 4th of July and New Year's Eve, you hear police and public officials warn people not to fire guns into the air. Of course, that holds true for every day of the year. A basic understanding of physics tells us why. And we ought not take for granted that we won't get caught either. On Friday night, a girl sitting in a car outside Rip Hughes Stadium in Dothan was struck by a bullet, reports AL.com's Heather Gann. Police say she was taken to a hospital as a precaution. Now, by then, the investigation was underway. There were reports of gunfire on a nearby street, and the direction matched up with the bullet's angle of entry into the vehicle. Police say they obtained a search warrant for a house, and inside they found a 9mm and ammunition that matched casings that they had found out in the street. Police arrested 2 people on unrelated charges while they await forensic testing. A steel processing plant north of Mobile faces a $750,000 fine and 3 years probation, reports Margaret Cates for the Mobile Register. AMNS Calvert pleaded guilty to violating the Clean Air Act. The company admitted to knowingly failing to report a violation regarding emissions back in 2017. U.S. District Court Judge Christy Dubose handed down the sentence last week. The company also reached a 2018 civil settlement with the Alabama Department of Environmental Management. And longtime Mobile news anchor Mel Showers has passed away, reports AL.com's Heather Gann. Showers was at WKRG-TV for nearly 50 years, beginning as a part-timer in 1969. He became a co-anchor of the station's morning show in 1981 and began anchoring the evening news in 1990. He's an Alabama Broadcasters Association Hall of Famer and a winner of the National Association of Black Journalists Journalist of Distinction Award. Mel Showers was 78 years old. Thank y'all so much for listening to us. We're going to be back here again tomorrow. Until then, as always, y'all come on by and see what we're up to on the internet at al.com.
Whoever said it's lonely at the top clearly wasn't an Alabama fan. I'm Ben Flanagan from AL.com, the host of Beat Everyone, a new podcast focused on the people, stories, and traditions that Bama fans care about. Beat Everyone is also your new home for Alabama radio legend Eli Gold.
Touchdown, Alabama!
Subscribe now to Beat Everyone on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.